Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be teaching you how you can manage your life with tasks. Basically, for every action that I do currently, I write down a task with a checkbox next to it so I can check it when I have the task done. And you can use multiple devices for this purpose. For example, a good old-fashioned notebook or even just your phone, because most of the time you're just gonna have it in your pocket. So let's move away from the notebook style and let's say you're gonna install an app on your phone, because most people just want to use their phones. So, what app should you use? I used a lot of apps over time, but the ones that really stuck with me are Google Keep, TickTick, and Todoist. I regularly switch between these three because one has some special function that the other ones don't. For example, for Google Keep, I like to use it for really long, like if I get an idea for a video and I would like to write down a script for it already, so then I use Google Keep to really get that big message. Then, for example, a useful feature in TickTick is going to be to set reminders on a regular basis that are just going to remind you, oh, you need to keep this habit in mind and you need to stay consistent with it. That means, for example, waking up at 5 a.m. I scheduled it so it asks me every day at 5:15 if I already woke up at 5 a.m. And the latest one, Todoist, which I picked up just a few weeks ago, I use this to write down everything that comes to mind, short little bursts of information. So for example, when I'm running, I just put in a quick little note that, oh, you need to do a video about this, or you need to work on this tomorrow. And it really does a great job because you can set priorities for this. You just tap in like 2 exclamation marks and then just put a number of 1, 2, and 3 depending on the priority of your task. And I found this really great just to make sense of my life. What are the priorities and what I have to do today? What can I reschedule to tomorrow? So once you picked an app, or you can use multiple if you want to, or you even chose the notebook path, it's time to actually put it to use. So the idea is basically that everything that comes to your mind, you should write down immediately, because your brain isn't really meant to be storing all the ideas you have and remembering them for a long time. It's supposed to create new ideas. That means every time you get a new idea, even if it's kind of stupid, but you still want to remind yourself of it, then write it down and you will never forget stuff. After a few days, you're gonna have a long list of texts reminding you of stuff, getting new ideas, and things like that. So at this point, you want to go through all of these ideas and mark the priorities on them. Like I mentioned, Todoist does this really great with just the exclamation marks and just a number after them. So every time you have just a little time to spare, for example, when you're riding in a car or you're just bored at home, just go through the list and mark priorities. Like this is a 1, this is a 2, making a YouTube video, that's a 1. Making breakfast, that's probably like a 2. I will remember that even without that. Oh, this idea, that's bad. I'm just gonna cross it out. And you're just going to go through the list until you have everything done, everything scheduled, and then you pretty much have your tasks ready. But now I would also encourage you to go back through all of these ideas, like the high priority items that you have on the top. Like for example, making a YouTube video, let's say. If you wanted to make a YouTube video, you would cross off this section once you completely made it. You recorded it, you edited it, and then you uploaded it onto YouTube. And once you're all done with all of those things, then you're just gonna cross it off. But I don't really want you to do this because you will lose motivation really fast by this method. So I want you to have that task in mind, creating a YouTube video. And right beneath that task, you're gonna mark some of the aspects of making the YouTube video. Like for example, record the video, put the files from your camera to your PC, then edit the video, and so on. And you really want to break it down into the smallest task possible. So every time you complete a tiny bit of the whole objective, and just that little cross through the checkbox is going to get you a dopamine hit, which you're completely after. Because these really small dopamine hits are going to keep your motivation alive, and you just want to complete one task, another one, another one, another one, and just build on top until you get the whole task finished. You can think of this idea of just going upstairs, one step at a time until you reach the floor, and the floor is going to be the objective you're after. For example, as we said, making a YouTube video. Okay, so this is gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you have any more ideas or suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you implement this tactic into your everyday life, let me know as well. So this is gonna be it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!